First, several children sent to the hospital today after getting in a crash on their bus on the way to school. Some students in Bastrop County are recovering this evening after being hurt when their bus crashed on its way to school.
The sheriff's office cited the bus driver for failing to yield to oncoming traffic. That bus collided with a truck just before 8 o'clock this morning at FM 535 and Cedar Creek Boulevard. Students from Cedar Creek Middle and Intermediate schools were on board the bus at the time. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi is in Bastrop County tonight with the latest.
The district says there were about 25 kids on board, and the bus was making a left turn into this neighborhood to pick up more, but made that turn right in front of an oncoming pickup truck.
We heard the crash. We woke up with the squeaking on the bus.
And what made it even more scary for Daniel Aguilera was one of the vehicles involved.
So I said, oh, no, don't tell me it's the school bus.
A bus filled with Cedar Creek school kids, but no seat belts, according to the district. A collision that nearly caved in the front of this pickup truck bounced and bruised the kids on board.
One young female had an ice pack on her head.
My daughter's best friend went because she lost consciousness.
Kevin Kester took his daughter to visit her friends at the hospital. The district said 3 kids altogether were treated there, while the others got checked out by school nurses, although EMS was quickly on the scene.
She said that when my neighbor got everybody off the bus, it was a teetotal panic.
They were checking them out, make sure they weren't going to let them go anywhere without checking them out.
We still aren't sure the condition of the pickup truck driver, but the bus driver was cited for failure to yield. The school passed the word on to parents, some of whom showed up themselves.
They were worried. They were kind of angry because, they didn't know what was going on.
The district says they'll do their own internal investigation, which could determine any punishments to come out of the crash. They say that the driver will not be driving until that investigation is done and will have to go through retraining before he ever drives one of their buses again. In Bastrop County, Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
And that bus driver is identified as Trevor Lange. We checked and found he does not have a criminal record.
Being a Texas school bus driver requires more than just applying like you would for any other job. School bus drivers have to pass a 20-hour certification course. They then have to take a refresher course every 3 years. The Bastrop ISD contracts with Gold Star Transit to provide their bus service. Their employees must have a physical and undergo a fingerprint background check before they can drive a bus.
At one time, school buses across the state were all supposed to have seat belts, but funding was cut for that program, leaving some children buckled in and others not. In November, we spoke with 2 families pushing for change after a deadly crash a decade ago. You can find our full report in the investigation section at KXAN.com. Just search for seatbelt law, and there you can find out how many buses in your child's district have seat belts.